Alright, video 3, as you can tell, I just hit level 3. And I did all that just in this little ring of forest right here. So let's look at what we got. I got 796 gold. I'm level 3. That's exactly pretty much where I need to be at right now. So let's go finish shopping. See, I bought 1 level white magic. Let's see. Pick your character, pick your thing. So harm is good. If you're gonna choose between the two, fog is, I think, only works on possibly 1 character. I'm not sure. I might end up using that just to see what it is. I think fog just makes it so you're invisible and more likely to miss you. Ruse, I think, is also defensive too, but I think there's some glitches with a lot of these magics where they don't really work. But I'm gonna go with fog. Black magic, fire, must have. Lightning, that's what that means, lightning. Sleep is useless, lock is useless. Lock is stronger though, but it's only for 1 character. But it's pretty useless. I probably won't even use in this playthrough at all, but I'll buy it anyways because I like to have my levels filled up. Now if you go into your menu, go to magic, select your character. You have cure, harm, and whatever else. As you can tell, you can only buy 3, and you can't delete these once you buy them, so whatever you buy, you're stuck with it for the rest of the game. And to keep things organized, I always keep cure the first spell, harm's always the second, and whatever your 3rd support magic is, just keep that at the end there, so you can navigate it easier as you start buying more magic. As you can tell, I'm level 3, and I actually opened up a slot on level 2, but I don't have any level 2 magic, because you can't buy it in this town. You don't learn it, you have to buy it. Alright, now I have a little bit of money left over. I'm going to go spend that on some heal potions. Depending on your character, if you're level 3, your next dungeon, it's really quick, actually. And you don't really need to go all out. So if you're a low level, you're going to want some heal potions. If you're high level, you just want to be at full strength before you go there, because it's not far either. But the more you buy now, it's always the same price in this game, so it doesn't matter where you buy them, so just buy what you think you might need. And leave 30 gold for you for the way out. Unless you're buying a tent, then you can use the tent at our destination. But I'm not buying a tent, I'm going to the inn. Don't forget, if you leave your game, hold reset and turn the power off. Well, you don't have to do that. That's only if you own a Nintendo cartridge, and I can't leave this town unless this bitch moves. There we go. Alright, so we're going to set adventure to find the princess. Yeah. Level 3, I got all the magic ready to go, I got some heal potions. Obviously, this is the beginning, and there's really only one way you can go, and you're going to have to fight people on the way. Sometimes you get the attack first. So by now you should be able to breeze through these guys if you're at level 3 or higher. Now you can attempt to save the princess at a lower level, but I recommend to not do that. To get your levels going as you go through the game, because otherwise at some point you're going to need to spend a lot of time leveling up, and if you start hacking away at a couple levels here and there, by the time you have to go to your first major dungeon, you don't want to have to go from level 5 to level 12, because that takes way too long to do that. So if you just do a little bit here and there, and they go kind of fast. Alright, we're going north. This is the only place you can go, the only direction you can go. And like I said, make sure you're spreading your attacks out, because once the character is dead, anybody who selects that character will still go for the dead character, and that's a waste of a turn. So it's not like the remakes where you can select the same monster with all your characters and then they'll just pick and choose once that character is dead. It's not like that. It makes it very tricky, and you have to have a lot of strategic moves when you play this game. There's our first castle. It looks like a pile of rocks. I just know from experience the only place you can go is here. This is where the princess is. It's only one floor. On each corner, there's 4 corners of this room, is a room with a treasure chest. The only thing is the bottom right and the top right are locked. You can't get to them. So we're just going to go to the left. Now these characters are pretty strong, so you're going to want to hack at them pretty quickly. Now it's up to you whether you want to. I tend to really balance my attacks out so that everybody pretty much dies in the same round, meaning their monsters die in the same time. Or you can just do an all-out war on one to make sure he's dead, and in the next round all-out war on the next one. It really depends on your style. I just tend to not want to waste any attack points. The first treasure chest is Cap, which is a helmet basically. So let's equip it. As you can tell, it goes straight to your armor inventory. Now in this case, I'm going to give this to my weakest character. Anybody can be equipped with a cap, so it just depends on what you want to use. Obviously I'm not going to give it to my fighters because they don't really need that extra 1 defense. Okay, that's one corner. We're going to head to the top left. I'm actually going to do it like this. Nah, I'll keep my magic. I tend to save my magic as much as possible for the boss, because you don't get to use it often, especially early on in the game like this. And you can't replenish it without using a cabin, which you don't get. It's like a tent. You don't get that for a while. Or if you go to an inn, and that's how you replenish your magic. So magic is pretty much one of the things that you want to use sparingly when you're in a dungeon, so you don't run out before you really need it at the end. Every dungeon has one monster at the end of it that you have to fight. Typical of Final Fantasy games. Alright. Heal. And a cabin. Now we have these little skeleton guys. You can use harm magic and it'll destroy them all if you want, which I'm not going to because they're pretty weak. When your characters are kneeling down, you gotta heal them, otherwise they're gonna be dead. Like I said, you lose your character in a battle, you cannot revive them until you go back to a town. You don't have the luxuries of the newer Final Fantasies where you can use Phoenix Downs and all this other stuff to revive them during your dungeons and your battles even. Alright, here's where the princess is. And I got 9.5 minutes. Hopefully I can make this quick enough where I can actually finish this dungeon within this video. If not, I'll be on the next video. It's up to you. You can always choose to run. It's in your options right there. Right now the item command is useless. You'll learn more about that later on in the game. drink command is actually where your heals and your potions are, or your antidotes, whatever they call them. I think they call them antidotes, which are only 2 items you can use on your character. Alright, looks like Garland, looks like the princess with a big old grin. And I'm not going to have enough time, so that'll be on the next video. We'll have the battle fight, and we'll continue the story.